My name is Melissa Eastin. I'm head of special collections here at the East Baton Rouge Parish Library. We're on the second floor of the main library at Goodwood, just outside of special collections. Just behind me is a wonderful display of Mardi Gras costumes from the Krewe of Tucumcari. These Mardi Gras costumes are from the Krewe of Tucumcari. It's the oldest continuously operating crew in Baton Rouge. It was founded in 1947 by L.A. Champagne and Frank Marks and their wives after they had taken a trip out Route 66 to New Mexico. While they were out there, they heard the legend of Chief Wautunoma, who had a beautiful daughter named Kari. Two Indian warriors were vying for her love. One was named Tonopah and one was named Tokum. They fought to the death for her love, and unfortunately Tokum was killed. Kari was very in love with Tokum. In her grief, she ran onto the battlefield, grabbed Tonopah's knife, and stabbed herself in the heart. Her father, Chief Wautunoma, was devastated by this death, and he also ran out into the field and grabbed the knife and killed himself. And as he was dying, he screamed the lovers' names, Tucumcari. And that's how the crew got its name. The couples came back to Baton Rouge and started the crew, and they had their first ball in 1948. The first costume we're going to talk about is the captain's costume from 2007. This costume was worn during the crew's Diamond Jubilee celebration, their 50th anniversary, by a man named Chester Welch. This costume represents Chief Wautunoma, of course, from the legend of Tucumcari. It's got wonderful details, the large headdress. It's very reminiscent of Mardi Gras Indians. The second costume we're going to look at was also crafted by Madge Gomez. It was the King's costume from 2009. It was also worn by Chester Welch. You can see that it's a long sleeve tunic topped with a sleeveless gold lame cape. If you look at the details, you can see the theme from that year was Dance, 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 and this was the King of Swing. We see a treble clef on the tunic. We have wonderful embellishments of musical notes on the collar, and we also have fleur-de-lis appliques that really enhance the costume. So the third costume that we're going to look at is this beautiful peach costume on the end. This costume was worn by Queen Emma Dozier in 2012. The theme of that year's ball was a tribute to Broadway. This costume was designed by Masquerade Costumes out of New Orleans, and it's modeled after a dress that Deborah Kerr wore in the film adaptation of The King and I in 1956. Every piece that we have in the collection tells its own special tale. We collect things from many different types of people, many different types of organizations, and many different events. We collect things it ranges from cocktail napkins and restaurant menus to yearbooks or scrapbooks, record albums. Everything tells its own tale in the Baton Rouge Room Archives, and we use our displays to share those stories with the public.
You're watching the March edition of the Library Roadshow, a production of your East Baton Rouge Parish Library System. Did you know that there was so much colorful stuff related to the history of Baton Rouge all under one roof? Come on over and check out the Baton Rouge Room's archives. You never know what you'll find. It's all available at the main library on Goodwood, and it's all free with your East Baton Rouge Parish Library card.